Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, September 19th. Today we will have still gusty winds and low humidity to deal with, but it will be pushed further east and south into the Great Basin over eastern and southern Utah and the Arizona Strip and far southeast Nevada. Wind gusts will exceed 30 to 45 miles per hour at times with relative humidity below 15%. Further north, as the cold front sweeps through the northern side of the Great Basin, we will see cooler temperatures along with showers and thunderstorms. These showers and thunderstorms will only have minimal impacts to our large fires up in Idaho, as the precipitation today will likely be a little bit more scattered. Moving into Sunday, we will see warmer and drier conditions across the Great Basin. Still some breezy winds over southern areas, but nowhere near as strong as what we'll see today, with most gusts between about 25 and 30 miles per hour. Otherwise, gradual drying across the northern half of the Great Basin. Still some breezy winds on Monday across Nevada and the Sierra Front, again more in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. And then an increase in moisture from the south for parts of Utah on Monday and Tuesday, bringing chances for showers and thunderstorms, especially to the higher terrain. Looking at our near surface smoke forecast, we will see certainly thinner smoke across the area, still hazy in many spots, but definitely not quite as dense and thick as what we have seen recently as that cold front has swept through. We will see improved conditions by the afternoon. Similar expectations at the 6,000 foot level. Again, thinner smoke, but certainly downwind of fires, we will see some of those impacts, but with the moisture in the air that has moved through and the cooler temperatures, along with some moderation of our fires to our west, smoke will be reduced. Over the last 24 hours, we did see precipitation over the northern half of the Great Basin. Many areas saw from a tenth up towards a quarter of an inch of rainfall. Certainly some drier spots, especially for our fires in central Idaho, which some areas did not receive much of any precipitation, but we did at least have higher humidity and cooler temperatures. We also had some lightning over especially Nevada and then into western portions of Idaho. Great Basin fire activity yesterday was light initial attack with only smaller fires reported, but still significant growth on some of our large fires. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we've had very dry conditions over the western half of the Great Basin, and this precipitation over a week ago in the east was from our last cold front that moved through. Again, the precipitation does not take into account what occurred over the last 12 to 18 hours in the northern side of the Great Basin. Currently, our ERCs are still critical, especially over Utah, where we've seen much drier conditions. Further north, we will likely see these fuels moderate over the coming days, as many of these areas did not see precipitation prior to these reports. Looking at our 10-hour fuel moisture, you can see a significant response over the northern half of the Great Basin as that moisture and cooler temperatures did move through. However, some of our 100 and 1,000-hour fuels will be a little bit slower to respond, especially in areas that have not received much precipitation. So still some critical areas, especially in our timber areas up across Idaho, where our large fires are, to be concerned with. Looking at some of our live fuel moisture, generally a near normal over the southern areas of the Great Basin and still well below normal for sagebrush in the north. Our satellite image from this morning shows the area of low pressure and cold front moving through the Great Basin. This is generating a line of showers this morning over northwest Utah into eastern Idaho, and this will continue moving off to the east with further development of scattered showers and some thunderstorms this afternoon for parts of Idaho, Wyoming, and northern Utah. For later this afternoon and this evening, this cold front will move eastward. Still, again, some showers and thunderstorms behind the front. And those gusty winds, you can see the high risk on our significant fire potential map for southern and eastern Utah and the Arizona Strip. Otherwise, fuels will moderate for a couple of days in the north as that moisture has moved through. Looking at our peak winds for today, you can see the strongest wind gusts over 35 or 40 miles per hour across parts of Utah. However, even further north up across Idaho, we will see the wind shift to the west or northwest with still some gusty winds around 25 or 30 miles per hour. These winds will still impact our fires, even though humidity has come up quite a bit in some of our spots that were a little bit drier or in areas where we have our larger fuels that have not been quite as responsive. We still could see some runs with our fires in the north. Looking at our precipitation for later today, you can see again, most of the precipitation in the northern half of the area. Some of our northern Utah fires will see some lighter precip, but for the most part, it'll be pretty spotty, and don't expect any widespread wetting rains for much of our fires in Utah. Relative humidity, again, will remain elevated going through this afternoon in the north and still dry in the south. On Sunday, we will see warmer and drier conditions. No high risk issued. The breezy winds we'll see in the south, again, are going to be quite a bit lighter. And then again, our fuels already start to moderate in some areas of the north that have not seen much precipitation. Looking at our peak winds for Sunday, again, looking at the areas in green, generally about 15 to 20 or 25 miles per hour expected in the south and even up north across Idaho, but certainly less than what we will see today. You can start to see our relative humidity already drying out in the north, but still remaining above 20 or 25% for much of Idaho and Wyoming. Still dry over southern and western areas. As we move into Monday, we will see more southwest flow for northern areas of the Great Basin. So we will be monitoring some of our smoke issues to our west to see how much of that will move into the Great Basin. But our areas will start drying out over Nevada and into western Idaho as that dry weather returns. You can see some moisture in Utah for some isolated showers and thunderstorms moving up in those areas. So we will see some moderation of the fuels in Utah with some higher humidity and some isolated showers and thunderstorms. On Monday, we will see a greater increase in winds for possibly the Sierra Front into central Nevada. Right now, we have no high risk issued for that, but we'll be watching those areas along the Sierra Front, as obviously we still have large fire over there and conditions have been drier on that side. But they did receive some moisture yesterday, so our fuels will be a little bit tempered by that. 3-day amounts of precipitation, you can see the heaviest amounts are in parts of central Idaho into Montana. Again, some of our large fires on the southern and western periphery of that will not receive much of that precipitation, but certainly higher humidity and cooler temperatures, with more spotty, lighter precipitation down south. Moving into Tuesday, we still have some moisture across Utah, so we will continue to see some showers and thunderstorms in Utah with moderated fuel conditions. Also, as an area of low pressure moves into the Pacific Northwest, we are expecting mainly just cloud cover for Idaho on both Tuesday and Wednesday. Right now, it's not looking like any additional moisture. Otherwise, drier and warmer conditions by Wednesday, and by Thursday and Friday, the ridge rebuilds across the Great Basin for, again, warmer and drier conditions, but not quite the higher temperatures we've seen recently. So you can see our fire potential returns to moderate across the area as those drier conditions return. 7-day total precip, not much different than the 3-day, as most of our weather is happening here in the next few days. And the 8 to 14-day outlook from September 26th through October 2nd shows generally warmer and drier conditions. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.